All right, how about now?
Still the screensaver.
Still a screensaver? Why is that?
Have a lot of Brotherhood class.
You said,
Adultery. Talking in there.
but it's not showing the video footage
Say it's live, but it's just not. It's haven't had, doesn't have you
on there.
on.
Mm. What is going on here? What about Facebook? What is it? The Facebook show? The Florida page. Okay, Itazov just commented. I don't know what's going on.
Facebook is up.
Facebook is up, but the YouTube is not, right? Still not up.
Still the screensaver.
Mm. Mm. Oh, damn, what's going on? Salakia, also Itazab, and also Yawasap. If y'all can hear me, let me know in the chat if y'all can see me also. For some reason, having trouble on my end. Just let me know if y'all can see me. Just put it in the chat. Baba Kasha. What's going on? Shalom, Lord of Christ. I was in the shot. You can hear me?
Con.
Okay. You can see me too?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I don't know what. Yeah, you can see me. I don't know what was going on. I was acting up. Okay. So hopefully I heard all the first half because I don't feel like seeing that drum again. Hopefully I heard the first half. You got any questions, type it in. All right. So yeah, we're gonna continue on, right? We're gonna continue on how we should conduct ourselves in regards to relations, marriage, all types of stuff, right? Let's get Exodus 22 and 16. So I think you might be on the screen behind him. On the screen. To me, that is I mean, can you see my face though? Yeah, we got the TV going, but it ain't enough on here. But as long as I can see my face and y'all can hear me just fine, that should be too wild. Okay, I think we're good to go. I'm too wild. Oh, sign Christ. All right, let's get it rocking. All right. Let's get Exodus 22 and 16, Baba Kashah.
No readers.
I mean, somebody, anybody.
22 or 16.
Yeah, 22 to 16. All right. So the most important tool that we need as a community, as Blacks, Hispanics, and Indigenous people, is we need morals within our community. Right. We need a ceiling or a cap that hinder us from exceeding in our wickedness. Right. The Bible is exactly that. It gives us the moral structure that we need, and that way we can be able to liberate ourselves as a people. You know what I'm saying? But the one thing that we do lack is morality. Right? The Bible is going to teach us about morality. So that way there won't be nobody getting smacked on stage, nobody getting shot or being locked up in jail doing life because you decided to kill somebody over some whore. Right? Let's get Exodus 22 and 16. Go ahead.
The book of Exodus, chapter 22, and verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
And if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed.
What does that mean? Let's break that down. Go ahead.
Oh God. It means betrothed means she's for another man. She's like given to another man or betrothed.
Okay, start me out from the beginning, right? Was enticed, right? So if a man entice a maid, right, who is not betrothed, right? The second portion is true, right? Betrothed meaning she's promised to another man, right? So say like she don't have a man at all, she ain't dealing with nobody, right? How should a brother go about and getting that woman? Go ahead.
It said entice.
Okay, go break it down now. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying?
Hood term.
Yeah, God.
Right?
I mean, that's the only way. We all Israel.
You spitting that game or whatsoever.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? You spit game. You talk to her. You know what I'm saying? You tell her the nice things and tell her what it is and all of that stuff. And that's what it means to entice. Right? You fully consent between the two parties. All right? It ain't talking about nothing outside of that. Right? If she's not dealing with nobody else, then it's free game for you to talk to this woman. If she is dealing with somebody else, then guess what? She is off limits. That's why brothers here in the ISUPK, before we even try to attempt to entice a female, the first thing that we ask is, are you married? Are you dealing with somebody? Who is your husband? Who are you dealing with? You know what I'm saying? Because those things, it deviates a lot of confusion. You know what I'm saying? That way you're not having, a whole mess going on that could spill over, and at the end of it, somebody can get hurt. Right? So if she's not dealing with somebody, guess what? Go and spit some game. You know what I'm saying? And Israel is good for that. You know what I'm saying? We talk out behind her. You know what I'm saying? Not unlike the oppressor who forces a woman or does, wicked crimes in order to get a woman. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is telling her if she ain't got a woman, got a man, go ahead and speak to her, right? Read on.
And lie with her.
Mm-hmm.
He shall surely endow her to be his wife.
Right. You entice this woman, right? She ain't got a man. Now you lie with her, meaning what? What did you do? What is lie with her? What did you do to her?
Come on, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, intercourse with her.
Right. You have sex with her. Yeah, God. That's exactly what it means. You lie with her. You talk to her, now you have sex with her. You know what I'm saying? Also, Yawasop said he should go to her pops, though, right? Right. He should definitely go to her pops. You know what I'm saying? But let's say you meet her somewhere and now you talking to her. Her pops is not around and nothing like that. And you end up lying with her. Now, does that make the pops outside of the equation? Guess what? He's still involved. And y'all lying down with each other. He's still involved. You get what I'm saying? We're going to read it, a little further on down. You know what I'm saying? But the point of the scripture that we're making is that once this man lies with this woman, read that part again.
Come on. He shall surely endow her to be his wife.
He shall do what?
surely endow her to be his wife.
He shall surely endow her to be his wife. Right? Let's say you go to her and you entice her and spit some game to her and you lie with her and have sex with her. Guess what? Now you owe that pops that dowry. You know what I'm saying? You're going to pay her old boy the amount or whatever he requires for you to have her as your wife. You know what I'm saying? But what consummates y'all being husband and wife is the fact that you lay down with her. You know what I'm saying? Sex is marriage according to the Bible. Nowhere where we just read in the scripture did it say a wedding ring or get on one knee or wearing all white or talking in front of a pastor at a church. All of that's nice and dandy. That's cool to have, right? But it's not biblically necessary, right? What the Lord considers a marriage is when a man has intercourse with a woman, right? Like sex is a very intimate act and it's spiritual as well, right? You can get life or death from that act. You can either create life or if you're not careful, you might lose your life. So you have to be careful on who you lie down with. You know what I'm saying? And you have to be willing to commit yourself to that person for the rest of your life. And the Bible teaches that a woman cannot have multiple husbands, right? If she sleeps with a man, that is her husband. And she is to be with that one man for the rest of her life. And if that man sleeps with that woman and she is not betrothed and it ain't promised to nobody, then that is his wife for the rest of his life as well. Now he can get multiple women at that, he can get multiple wives at that, but he can't throw that one away that he slept with. You get what I'm saying? Because sex is marriage according to the Bible. Right? In the Lord's eyes, you two have became one flesh. Right? Y'all decided to, switch, exchange fluids with each other, you know what I'm saying, and lay down with each other and did what you had to do, you know what I'm saying? Guess what? Now y'all are husband and wife. You know what I'm saying? And this is a commitment that the Lord takes very seriously. Very seriously. All right? This is not something that you can just do for fun. This is not something that you do because you were bored or you do it during your pastime. Once it's done, the Lord see it as a marriage. All right? It's not experimental or nothing like that. The Lord takes this very, very seriously. Now, imagine if we was taught that as a community from a youth on up. Imagine that. You know what I'm saying? If you taught your daughters that the man that they sleep with, that is their husband and they're not supposed to sleep with nobody else but that man, imagine how that would impact that young girl at a young age if she was taught that. That can probably prohibit her sleeping with multiple men if she knew that the man that she laid down with is going to be hers forever, right? You know what I'm saying? If she's being taught that, she knows she's going to be careful on who she lay down with. Because she know this is it. Whoever I open up my legs for, this is the one. You get what I'm saying? But we're not being taught that in this society. We're being taught that this is something that you can do within your own leisure. And as long as you don't have the contract, you don't have the ring, you're not married. You can sleep with whoever you want to sleep with, have sex with whoever. But the only thing that's in this society that solidifies you as husband and wife is a piece of paper or a ring or a contract. You know what I'm saying? When y'all did something that's even more intimate than just a piece of paper, something more valuable. Y'all shared each other's body. You get what I'm saying? That is more valuable than just a piece of paper. And you should look at the value of that act that y'all did. You know what I'm saying? You were gonna say something, Officer Rob?
Yeah, I had up on the screen some information from this law group, and we're talking about annulment versus divorce. But just to support what you were saying, sex is marriage. It says an annulment differs from divorce that it treats your marriage as though it never existed. Annulment will treat your marriage as though it never existed. But then when you go down to it talks about, let's say, for instance, a brother was impotent whatsoever.
Right.
You say, if you or your spouse is not able to engage in sexual relations, your marriage can be deemed invalid.
It could be deemed what?
Invalid.
God. Even in the oppressive system, he understands what consummates the marriage. Right.
They know, but they don't. They're not going to abide by God's laws.
Right.
Damn right. They want to do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? They want to go this way or that way. They want to do whatever they want to do. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to have no discipline and no structure according to God's laws.
Damn right.
But even they know it. You know what I'm saying? This was one of them. I had another one too. I have to find it. In certain states, it's the same issue. If you get married and you do not sleep with that woman within a year, within a certain amount of time, you can deem that marriage as null and void.
Null and void.
As if it never
happened. Right.
That's why they have the honeymoon afterwards.
Solidify it, right?
Yeah, solidify it.
You know what I'm saying? And because they understands that's what consummates the marriage. You know what I'm saying? The importance of the marriage is y'all laying down with each other. And there's examples of it in the Bible, right? Let's get Genesis 24:67. All right, the sister said, can't prevent our young women, sisters, daughters from being whores. Damn right, sis.
You said Genesis chapter 24?
Khan, it's 67.
Genesis, correct, sir?
Khan, Baba Kashah.
Khan. The book of Genesis, chapter 24 and verse 67. And Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent.
Right. Isaac brought Rebekah into his mother's tent. Right. Read on.
And took Rebekah.
And did what?
And took Rebekah.
Read on.
And she became his wife.
She became his what?
His wife.
No, the ring.
His wife.
His wife.
Wife.
No, the contract. He took her and she became his wife. Right? Meaning he brought Rebekah into his mother's tent and had sex with her. And that's what solidified them being husband and wife. Right? Never and ever will you ever find in the Bible where there was some type of contract or some type of ring involved in a marriage. Or you have to go to the office or the courts and stand in front of a judge, and he the ones that solidifies the marriage. Never will you find that in the Bible, man. You know what I'm saying? This is what makes a marriage, that union together. Right? Trooper Canuck, the link should be in the chat. I posted it in the YouTube chat. If not, let me post it again. Yeah, it should be in the chat. If you go on the YouTube, on the live chat, it should be on there. All right? This is something that we practice amongst each other. You know what I'm saying? And it's something that we have to come back to. And coming back to our culture and our identity can help a lot of problems that we deal with within our community. You know, those social issues and relation issues is because we wasn't properly taught what it means to be husband and wife, or what consummate or what puts that union together. You know what I'm saying? We are living a lifestyle based upon what the oppressor wants. You know what I'm saying? Wanting to be free and experiencing life and experiencing different sexual partners and wanting to do what you want to do. And at the end of it, you get the bad end of the stick. You know what I'm saying? You get left behind, you know what I'm saying? Multiple children or diseases, all types of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not properly taught on what we should do. All right, let's get some more. Let's get Mark 10:6. Go ahead.
The book of Mark, chapter 10 and verse 6. But from the beginning of the creation of God, made them male and female.
From the beginning. What is that talking about? What beginning? I want to give it a shot. Go ahead.
In the beginning of the earth being created, man being put on the earth.
Man being created on this earth. And what book talks about the creation of man? Man being what? Go ahead.
Genesis.
Genesis. Since the beginning.
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
Which means Genesis originally, in the Hebrew, it means beginning.
Right. You know what I'm saying? It's since the beginning, since Genesis, where it talks about man and woman, right? When the Lord created them. This is how he set up marriage all the way back in the time of Adam. Ever since the time of Adam, this is what the Lord constructed as a marriage, right? Read on.
Oh, God. For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife.
And do what?
And cleave to his wife.
Well, let's see what Adam did in making Eve his wife, right? Let's get Genesis 4:1. Let's get that real quick. Let's see if there's any contracts or papers or anything like that involved.
Okay.
Oh, you got that for me, boy?
Okay.
All right, you go ahead.
The book of Genesis, chapter 4, verse 1. And Adam knew Eve,
And
his
Adam
wife.
did what?
Knew Eve.
Did what?
Knew Eve.
Read on.
His wife.
His what?
His wife.
Read on.
And she conceived and bare Cain and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Adam knew Eve. That's what's written of in the beginning. That's what made them husband and wife. All right? Anything outside of that is not necessary. You know what I'm saying? Once you lay down with that person, that
It's like you said, you went mute.
you understand the concept behind it, that when you have sex with that person, that becomes yours, right?
Okay.
So let's get what adultery is then. All right? Let's get Deuteronomy 22:22 real quick. 22:22. Give me 1 second.
Sir.
All right, whoever got that can go ahead and read Deuteronomy 22:22.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 22. If a man be found lying with a woman married to a husband.
That is what?
If a man be found lying with a woman married to a husband.
Now, what does that mean for the woman, right? She's married to a husband. So what did she do? She had not quite, right? Let's get the beginning of stages of it, right? Meaning she had sex with somebody already. She's having sex with somebody, right? And that person is who her husband is, the person that she's having sex with, right? So now this man is lying down with that same woman who already has sex with another man, right? Read on.
Okay. Then they shall both of them die.
They should both of them what?
Die.
They should both of them what?
Die.
Well, this is what's written of in the Bible, man. right? It's a death penalty offense, right? Not only are you offending your brother, but you also offending God. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what the Lord established since the beginning with Adam and Eve, right? He made them one once they had sex with each other. And if somebody comes around and try to separate them or tear that apart by sleeping with that man's woman, you know what I'm saying? Well, guess what? Now you're going to be committing adultery, and the judgment behind that is where you should be put to death. You know what I'm saying? And this is what's written of in the Bible. And when Christ returned, this is what Christ is going to establish on this earth. Ain't going to be no entanglements going on in Christ's kingdom. Ain't none of that going to be going on. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody going to get punched on stage or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Because Jada should understand that the fact that she laid down with Will Smith, that she should deal with no other man outside of her marriage. You know what I'm saying? Will Smith should have been the only man that she ever have slept with. You get what I'm saying? Because now it's a whole mess going on because she went outside of her marriage and slept with another man. You know what I'm saying? That she was not married to or have not been sleeping with, right? Any more on that, Warrior?
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Both the man that lie with the woman
Both who?
So shalt thou put away evil from Israel.
Right. Read that part one more time. Both the man.
Come on, sir. I'm gonna start from Then they shall both of them die.
Mm-hmm.
Both the man that lie with the woman and the woman.
Right. Both the man and the woman shall be put to death, man. The adulterer and the adulteress will be put to death. You know what I'm saying? Because you are doing something and breaking the union that the Lord has set up. This is what the Lord has put in place. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord don't take kindly for you to disrespect what he put in place. Let alone imagine how that brother feels. You get what I'm saying? You taking his possession, something that belongs to him, and you're destroying it by going all up in that. You dig what I'm saying? When something that don't even belong to you in the first place, man. You know what I'm saying? And this goes on so often within the Black community, within the Hispanic community or the indigenous community. Which, hell, we make songs about it. You know what I'm saying? Bragging about taking another man's woman. You know what I'm saying? Bragging about sleeping with this man, woman, and I've effed your wife, you fat mother lover, or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? We do all that stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? Well, that is a death penalty offense according to the Most High, man. Go ahead.
And those the songs that we make, that the oppressor makes for sure that it's broadcasted throughout the planet.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's an intentional weapon used against our nation. It's intentional. You know what I'm saying? When they broadcast those songs or promote those types of songs, you know what I'm saying? I didn't, been across several documentaries of brothers that make music or whatsoever, and they say, they don't want to hear nothing else. If we don't come saying things like this, they won't even sign us. You know what I'm saying? So it's damn near in a contract. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? To talk about sleeping with another man's woman.
God.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, God. You know what I'm saying? Well, guess what? You do that in Christ's kingdom, you're going to be put to death. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand, these are the morals that have been set from the Most High. This is what the Lord put in place for us to follow as a nation. You know what I'm saying? Your oppressor don't understand the importance of marriage or the value between a man lying down with a woman. You know what I'm saying? He don't understand that. So, of course, he does what he wants to do because he lives by his lust. You know what I'm saying? But a man should not be laying down with a woman that has a man. If you do so, you have committed adultery. And that is unbrotherly to do amongst Blacks, Hispanics, and indigenous people. You know what I'm saying? You doing a death penalty offense or a murder offense towards your brother, showing hatred towards your brother, being covetous and wanting what he wants, or trying to take what he has. You know what I'm saying? You don't be surprised if he retaliates before the Lord retaliates. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody will be willing to put up with something like that. You know what I'm saying? And this is where the whole root of the whole problem starts from. You know what I'm saying? Brothers is dealing with some whore, and that whore done dealt with somebody else, thinking that's still your woman. You know what I'm saying? Because she done slept with somebody else. Now you feel like you have to defend this whore who done slept with a whole nother man. You know what I'm saying? And whoever comes around and talks about how much of a whore she is, because everybody in the neighborhood knows that she slept with everybody. So you feel like you got to be macho enough to defend her and go out and harm some brother. You know what I'm saying? And harm somebody that has nothing to do with it, man. You know what I'm saying? We should learn how to conduct ourselves as a nation. All right. This book is put in place just for us. All right. And this is what goes on within the black community. Right. Let's drop that. Let's give me go ahead.
I wanted to know if I could have read 23 and 24.
Okay, go ahead. Let's get it.
Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 23.
Mm-hmm.
If a damsel that is a virgin be betrothed unto an husband,
Mm-hmm.
and a man find her in the city and lie with her,
Mm-hmm.
then ye shall bring them both out unto the gate of that city,
Mm-hmm.
and ye shall stone them with stones
Should
that
do
they
what?
die.
Should do. Read that one more time. My bad.
Come. From the top.
Nah, just that part. My bad.
Then ye shall bring them both
Mm-hmm.
unto the gate of that city, and ye shall stone them with stones that
Mm-hmm.
they die.
All right. This is what the Lord put in place, man. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm not saying we should go out there and just start stoning people who committed, sins against the Most High, because a sin is a sin. Right? There is no sin greater than the other. We all deserve to be put to death. But now coming back into our identity and learning the laws of the Most High, we should not do this ever again. You know what I'm saying? If you're somebody that was like this in the world, well, coming to the truth, this is where it stops. You know what I'm saying? Because there's consequences behind your actions. Everything you do, there's a consequence behind it. You know what I'm saying? And this is the consequence of adultery that the Lord set up. In Christ's kingdom, anybody who commits this act, guess what? They're going to be put to death according to the law. Right? Read on.
Come. The damsel, because she cried not.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot. The damsel, because she cried not, being in the city, and the man, because he hath humbled his neighbor's wife.
He did what?
He has humbled his neighbor's wife.
Right, he slept with her, man. Even though she belonged to another man. Your neighbor is your brother. You know what I'm saying? So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We are neighbors. We are family. We brothers. We come from the same stock. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord commands us not to do these type of things. Right? Because once you do these things, guess what? That's when the murder rate rises. When hate crimes, and hurting each other, that's when it rises, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we have not understand what we should do and not do on this earth, right? So a woman is not supposed to be sleeping around, man. Right? You sleep with that man, that is your husband. That is your man forever, right? If you're in this class and if you never knew this before, and now you're hearing this, right? You want to make sure that you start to practice this. Making sure that you examine the man before you lay down with him. See what traits or attributes that you see in them that you think that you can deal with forever. Right? It should not be based upon his nice shoes or whatever, these, or money, you know what I'm saying, or him buying you a new Birkin bag or whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? If you don't see him fit to be with forever, then you should not open your legs to this man. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause once you do so, that is yours forever. And that is your only man that you can sleep with until he dies or you die. All right? You can drop any more on that?
So lucky, sir.
You can drop that. Let me get Matthew 5:27.
Salaki. Salakia,
Yes,
sir.
All right, you go ahead.
The book of Matthew, chapter 25 and verse 27.
5 and 27, my bad.
Salaki, sir. The book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 27. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not commit adultery.
What is that talking about? What we just read, right? Let's talk exactly what we just read from. Christ is quoting the law. Christ knew the law, and he understood it better than anybody else on earth. And he's about to give you the spirit behind this law and how to stop somebody from even want to commit adultery, right? Because it's written in the law, thou shalt not commit adultery, right? Read on.
Oh, God. But I say unto you, that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her hath committed adultery with her already in his heart.
Now, what is that talking about?
He thinking about it. He haven't been put to play, but it's already. He's meditating.
It's in his mind already.
Yeah.
Right, you're exactly right, sis. You know what I'm saying? He thinking about it. It's in his head. He's thinking about sleeping with his brother's wife. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord is saying, if you even think about it, guess what? You are guilty as somebody that actually did it. You get what I'm saying? Because that's where it starts at. It starts in your mind. You dig what I'm saying? Because given the opportunity, you done meditated on it for so long, and once the opportunity presents itself, you're going to take advantage of it. You will take advantage of it. You dig what I'm saying? Go ahead, officer. Go ahead.
Not just meditated,
Mm-hmm.
then planned it all out.
Right, right, God.
How you gonna approach it and something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead, get that.
You didn't strip the lady down in your thoughts already.
She naked in your mind.
Already.
God.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you didn't did it.
Mm-hmm.
You did it already. You just, bringing it into fruition.
Right. Now you acted out on it. Right, God. Exactly right. You dig what I'm saying? Like, that's what Christ is. He's raising the standard on keeping the law. He's teaching us how to even prevent something like that from even happening. Right? You got to make sure you focus your mind on what's right. Right? The things that you think of is going to eventually turn into action. You get what I'm saying? So you got to make sure that you don't even think of something like that. Don't even think about, look at your brother's wife like that. Because the context that we're talking about is adultery. You know what I'm saying? That Christ brought out that law in reference to a woman belonging to another man. You get what I'm saying? It's not saying that a brother cannot look at a woman that's not betrothed, right? Let's say you interested in a sister and you want to talk to her, you get the rap, you like the way she looks, right? She ain't got a husband, you like the way she looks. That's fine and dandy. But if she belongs to somebody else, you cannot continue on in that conversation or try to entice her or try to find ways to manipulate her so she can sleep with you. You get what I'm saying? Or try to kick game and be the best friend and all of that. So, you know what I'm saying? Listen, a woman should not have any male friends if she's married. You know what I'm saying? She shouldn't be hanging out with Bob after work. You know what I'm saying? As soon as she getting off. She should take her behind home, you dig what I'm saying, after work and go back to her husband or to her children, to her household. You get what I'm saying? But guess what? That male friend, he's trying to find a way to sleep with your wife. He's not buddy and talking about, the latest Kardashian episode and none of that. He ain't talking about the new clothes that came out. He's trying to find a way to sleep with your wife, man. You get what I'm saying?
And the easiest way they normally do it is they say the shoulder to the crown.
You said what?
The way they do it, they normally come when she's vulnerable.
Right, God. You know what I'm saying? If I could have you, raise your hand. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord said it starts there. You nip it in the bud before it even escalates. You get what I'm saying? Go ahead, officer.
Sir. They, you got ladies on the chat. They know what you're talking about. They know exactly what you're talking about. They can explain it in detail.
Right, God.
They can explain it in detail both ways.
Right.
Sir.
Don't play around.
God.
Most I don't want.
Right, yeah, right. Go ahead, Trooper Canut.
Nowadays they call them the work husband and the
Oh,
work
damn, that's
girlfriend.
what they call him.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah,
There you go,
that's what they call them. You gotta, yeah, at work. He spend more time with your woman than you do, damn near sometimes.
Right.
They got a whole relationship at work. Salaki.
They flirting at work. He hopping in the cubicle, so rubbing on the, smacking on the behind, and rubbing her shoulders and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That is a man who's creeping in your bedroom, man. You know what I'm saying? He's waiting for the opportunity so he can creep in and lay down with your rib. You dig what I'm saying? And that is a death penalty offense according to the Most High. The Lord don't take that as a joke or as, oh, I was sad or I was in my feelings or all of that stuff. If you commit something like that, there is a judgment behind it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be real skeptical on who you lay down with. If you know you're not going to be with this man for the rest of your life, then don't sleep with him. It's that simple. If you know you're not done being a whore, then be a whore. Leave that man alone and go ahead and be a whore and die of age. You dig what I'm saying? If that's what you want to do. You dig what I'm saying? But we're here to warn you. The man that you sleep with is your only man that you're supposed to be having sex with. No other man after that. You get what I'm saying? And you can do what you want with it. And guess what? There's always going to be a consequence behind it, right? Any more on that? Let's drop that. Let me get a. All right, no sweat. Let me get a Ecclesiasticus chapter 9, verse 8.
Ecclesiasticus
Mm-hmm.
9:8.
Khan, Baba Kasha. Right. Christ came to give us the spirit of the law, raise the bar on what we need to do in order to keep the law, to make sure that we keep it. All right. Got to make sure your spirit is in the right place. All right. Nowhere does it say that the laws are done away with. If the laws are done away with, then guess what? You can sleep with whoever you want to sleep with. All right. Christ kept the law. He was not out there sleeping with other men, women, and all that stuff. When he talked to that woman in the well, you know what I'm saying? He told her, go grab your husband. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, I ain't got no. He was like, look, you got a husband. You got 5 of them. You know what I'm saying? Christ was out there trying to sleep with her and trying to game her up and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because Christ kept the law. Your pastor trying to tell you that the laws are done away with. Because guess what? He's an adulterer. He's sleeping with somebody's wife right now. You know what I'm saying? And telling that woman that she don't need him and you can do better by yourself and all that stuff. And meanwhile, once she ends up leaving him, he'll drop her like a bad habit, man. Now she's left alone, sad and miserable as can be, man. The laws are still in effect, and this is how we keep it. It starts in your mind with your thoughts. Right? You got that for me, Warrior?
Come on.
Go ahead.
The book of Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 9 and verse 8. Turn away thine eye from a beautiful woman.
From a what?
From a beautiful woman.
Now, what does that mean? Does that mean you cannot look at a beautiful woman? What context is it talking about?
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
Well, the next couple of words.
Right, it explained it, right? It probably explained it. Right. No, so I'll let the scripture explain it. Go ahead.
And look not upon another's beauty.
On what?
Another's beauty.
Right. So what is that talking about?
So that beautiful woman that you're looking upon belongs to someone else.
That's exactly right. You know what I'm saying? Get a brother ahead. You know what I'm saying? It's talking about a woman that belongs to somebody else. Right? You're not even supposed to be looking at her. You know what I'm saying? Don't even look at it and try to, look or whatever you and your desires and all of that stuff. Don't even have that thought in your mind. You get what I'm saying? Like your brother's rib is supposed to be disgusting or ugly to you in your mind. You know what I'm saying? You should would have put that in your brain. If that's gonna help you with your desires and whatever you got going on. You get what I'm saying? Don't even look at another's beauty. A woman that belongs to somebody else, right? Read on.
For many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman.
Mm-hmm.
For wherewith love is kindled as a fire.
Kindled as a fire. You know what I'm saying? You looking at her, staring at her like, damn, she's gorgeous. Knowing that she got a whole nother nigga on at home. You know what I'm saying? You trying to figure out how you gonna be the side nigga. You know what I'm saying? Niggas, so like brothers praise themselves on being the side dude now. You get what I'm saying? As long as you get in yours. They call it what? The sneaky link. Nowadays, you know what I'm saying? That's the sneaky link.
That's what they call them now.
Sneaky link.
Cause you sneaking.
God, that's exactly what they do. They sneaking up in there and doing all type of abomination and wickedness in the eyes of the Most High, man. The Lord does not accept that, man. Right? He don't see you as a player or a boss or that dude or whoever you think you are because you're doing that stuff, man. Right? Read on.
Con. Sit not at all with another man's wife, nor sit down with her in thine arms.
Right. What does that mean? Right? Go ahead.
Well, the second one is self-explanatory, but sit. So you ain't supposed to be having no lunch with her. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, dinner. We have dinner, company dinner, this, that, and the other. None of that.
None of that. You know what I'm saying? Or neither have what he said in their arms, right? That's what it said.
Come on.
She want to vent to you. She want to tell you about all the problems that's going on with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga don't do it. And you over here, yeah, if you was my girl, I'd do you like such and such, I'd do you right. All that trying to, lying to her. You dig what I'm saying? And the Bible said you don't even do that. You know what I'm saying? If you want to cry, go ahead, eat some ice cream and cry in your room. Do something. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to be the one she vents to. If she wants to vent, she can vent to her husband. You can get what I'm saying? That's where adultery it starts at. When love is kindled as a fire. Right? Read on.
Come. And spend not thy money with her at the wine.
What that mean?
They ain't supposed to be having no drinks.
Right. Don't be having no drinks with her neither.
It's gonna be worse.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
All defenses is let down.
God. Don't be having no drinks with another brother woman. What kind of sense is that, man? You know what I'm saying? This is something that we shouldn't be doing. Right? But it's all fun to do when you're out in the club, when on the dance floor, at the bar. That's fun to do. You know what I'm saying? But a woman got to understand it is as well. If she knows she got a husband at home, turn that man down. You know what I'm saying? To let him know from the gate, I got a husband. I ain't with none of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that man, listen, he'll be like, no sweat. You know what I'm saying? You know how they do, how y'all do broke brothers. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ready to cuss him out if he even approach you. Well, do the same thing. Have that same spirit if you got a husband at home. Right? But our sisters have become whores to a nigga with money. So they gonna sleep with him even if they got a husband at home. You dig what I'm saying? Go ahead.
If I may, and if you at the club and you buying drinks, and it isn't happening, but if you at the club and you buying drinks for another man's wife, and you know it, you lame.
Right.
You're lame anyway.
God.
You know what I'm saying? Get somebody that ain't got no. I mean, what's the big deal?
I mean, there's enough for everybody, right? Am I right? Listen, you know what I'm saying? You don't. The fact is that you're infatuated with the concept that she has another man. So you ain't got to deal with none of the stuff that man deals with. You get what I'm saying? You can just get in and get out. You dig what I'm saying? So that's brothers get infatuated with that type of concept, that mindset. You dig what I'm saying? He deals with all the the venting, the problems she deal with, the crying, and he wiping her tears. Meanwhile, this cat, he just gets in and get out. He the side dude. You know what I'm saying? The sneaky link. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, that is lame as hell, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't got your own, so you gonna mess up what another brother had. You know what I'm saying? And that sister is a whore as well too. You know what I'm saying? She should understand what she got at home, and she should not be dealing with nobody else. All right? That's why the scriptures say the one that lay down with her and the one that is being laid down on. You know what I'm saying? The man and the woman. Both of y'all lame as hell. You dig what I'm saying? Y'all both is gonna be put to death in Christ's kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
Lest thine heart incline unto her, and so through thy desire thou fall into destruction.
through your desire, you fall into destruction, man. You fall into wanting to get on the stage and smacking somebody. You know what I'm saying? You fall into wanting to shoot your homeboy over a whore and have to sit in prison. You fall into possibly being murdered by him or catching some type of disease or something like that, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is not slack when it comes to judgment. You know what I'm saying? And the things that we see on within these celebrities and on TV, on the internet, subconsciously they set the standard within the black community, right? Because they're rich and they're successful and they're powerful. So our people look up to these people, meaning whatever they do in their behavior, our people will mimic it within our community. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that Will Smith is letting something like this slide and allowing his woman to be a whore and willing to defend that whore and do all of that stuff, he's in essence setting the standard for other black men in the black community. You know what I'm saying? And how they should go about within their marriages and their relationships and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Look like a fool. You know what I'm saying? And then it's written in the scriptures where even the Persian king, when Vashti went off, he understood it. And this was a heathen now. He understood that he had to make sure to put her away. You know what I'm saying? So that can be an example to all the rest of the women that was under him, right, within his nation. Because he's rich and powerful and people look up to him. So if he don't put that in check, guess what? All the other husbands in his nation, they ain't gonna do nothing when their wife don't listen to them. You know what I'm saying? They're going to accept that same behavior, the same way the king accept that behavior. And it's no different within us too. These celebrities we look up to, guess what? They set the tone within our communities, man. You know what I'm saying? And Will Smith, the fact that he don't understand how to deal with his woman or how to deal within his relations, guess what? It's causing us as a community to mimic the same behavior, man. You know what I'm saying? But we're here in the ISUPK to tell you that you have to follow the Most High. Follow these scriptures. Find out what the Lord wants you to do. You know what I'm saying? Because these celebrities has failed, man. You know what I'm saying? I can guarantee Will Smith is somewhere depressed right now, drinking a 40 or somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But he was crying. He knows what he did is wrong. You know what I'm saying? Crying and all of that stuff. You know he shouldn't have done that to Chris Rock. You know what I'm saying? Because these people are setting the wrong example for our communities, man. Will Smith has set the wrong example on what a black man should be. You know what I'm saying? A black man, you should not be willing to accept a whore, a woman that's willing to sleep with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? That's going to cheat on you and destroy your marriage. You know what I'm saying? That is something that the Lord don't accept. Neither should you, black man. Right? Go ahead.
But then, if I'm not mistaken, project on national TV or project on whatever they, little show or whatsoever they had, as if it was justified. She projected as if it was justified. You know what I'm saying? There was no remorse. There was no. I didn't see no remorse. I didn't see no, no change of heart. It was like it was justified.
Right on that. God, I don't mean to cut.
The
red table talk. God.
You know what I'm saying? So that's putting the image in all of our sisters' heads that watch that, like, yeah, you can do it as long as it's justified. God. There's okay.
And listen, and these whores online, best believe they was typing in defending Jada Smith. You know what I'm saying? Defending Will Smith and defending all of that stuff. And like you said, man, that poisons the mind of these young sisters. You know what I'm saying? These women out here. And they thinking that's how they supposed to be.
So like if I would call them women because she degraded her man. Degraded him on many different levels. She degraded him as a man.
God,
that's a humiliation and embarrassment within itself. God. So who would want that? I don't think a woman would want that.
God. You know what I'm saying? But lo and behold, you know what I'm saying, some way that is empowering for a woman to do. You know, some way they spin it to where, that is what a woman's supposed to be like. Have that man defend you, sleep who you want to sleep with, and he'll still come back to you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they portraying, like you said, projected for us young sisters to be, man. But there's consequences behind everything. That's what they don't show, the consequence. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
So, I saw a meme. The comedian Earthquake, and he posted a meme of it was a cartoon sketch, but it was what it was saying. So it was a black male sitting on the couch with a black female. She was on the phone. He rubbing her feet, and the caption say, "Would you sit and rub your woman's feet while she's on the phone with her side dude?" I'll be honest. I don't like Earthquake. You know what I'm saying? He do a lot of,
I don't even know what that is.
I shouldn't say that. But but it's the stuff that he puts out. It's like, bro, is you serious? I mean,
wow.
It blows my mind.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff, it just blows my mind. I'm like, this had going down. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah, God, it's ridiculous, man. You know what I'm saying? They trying to destroy the spirit of a black man. You know what I'm saying? Where our woman can be lewd and be excessive as they want, and nobody's able to criticize their behavior. You know what I'm saying? They trying to make our woman go against the black man and making that divide and making her empowering herself being a whore or being wicked or evil towards her husband, man. You know what I'm saying? And in the same time destroying the spirit of a black man. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous, right? Offside Tazab said apparently the Oscars are saying they're going to investigate and hold him accountable. All right, no sweat. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and hold him accountable. You know, apparently, right? Didn't they say he wasn't gonna press charges or something like that? I don't know. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, this is what goes on within the black community, man. And brothers that don't even receive Oscars, that's not on TV. There is some cat in the hood right now that's getting ready to kill somebody over a whore. That's getting ready to fight somebody over some whore, man. Over some woman that slept with another man. You know what I'm saying? Well, we're teaching you in the ISUPK how to conduct ourselves when it comes to relations, right? When it comes to social dealing with each other's, right? Let's get any more? Somebody said Salaki?
I didn't say Salaki, sir, but I did want to jump in.
Yeah, get down, word.
Yeah, so like, ever since you've been bringing out the subject, I've been thinking like like you read earlier from the, when Christ said from the beginning, we had these laws in the beginning. Okay, so we had these laws in the beginning, and just like in the beginning, when Eve, tried to follow the other nations, that's what we've been on forever. You know what I mean? Like we keep following these other nations. Like we are not naturally adulterers, okay? We are not naturally homosexuals, but we follow these other nations and we want to be like them. And you know what I mean? That's what's getting us jammed up. And the Bible, the scriptures, Psalms 147. Okay, Psalms 147 says that the Most High showed his word to Jacob. Okay, so we got these laws, statutes, and commandments, and you know what I mean? Like it's real heavy because brothers and sisters, I mean, like, brothers, we in the UPK, you know what I'm saying? We bring out and we try to teach other brothers and sisters these laws, statutes, and commandments and bring them back to what we're supposed to be doing. We're not supposed to be homosexuals. We're not supposed to be adulterers, okay? So we gotta, you know what I mean? Like it's heavy. You and all these other officers, you know what I mean? We come, we get on the internet, we go on the street corners, and we, you know what I mean? We teach and show blacks, Hispanics, and indigenous people that, you know what I mean? Like we're not supposed to be like the other nations, okay? We got laws of our own, and you know what I mean? We have a way of life that we're supposed to be following, and you know what I mean? Like it's real heavy how, you know what I mean? Like brothers like yourself, you know what I mean, is, bringing out this truth and showing blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, how we're supposed to be living in this earth, like you said earlier, sir.
Damn right. So the Most High Christ, man, get a brother a hand. You know what I'm saying? This is what it's about, man. Because we make up the 12 tribes of Israel. We are the lost tribes of Israel, the nation of Israel. You know what I'm saying? And like every nation on this earth, they have a set of rules. They have a set of laws that they put in place so they can conduct their society properly. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's no different when it comes to us, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though we lost who we are, once we read these scriptures, we could find out that it's talking about us. Everything is written of in the Bible. Pimps and whores is in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that black people do. We love pimps, love whores, go to strip club. You know what I'm saying? Do all type of wickedness. You know what I'm saying? It's found in the Bible, and the Lord told us what to do and what not to do. You know what I'm saying? And like the brother said, man, but when we want to follow these other nations, that's when we become destroyed, man. Damn right. Right? The sister Bruni said, Will promoted bad example to his sons too. Afterwards, Will's son Jaden would later go on Twitter after the incident, boastfully writing, "And that's how we do it." You see, you see that? That's a perfect example of what we just talking about, man. How they're setting this example of what a black man is supposed to be, a false example of what a black man is supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? A black man can be as strong as he want to be as long as he follow this Bible. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be all weak when you become a man of God. You're not supposed to be accepting to everything and forgiving of everything like some chump. You know what I'm saying? God is about justice. He's about judgment. He's about what's fair and what's right and what's wrong. You know what I'm saying? He don't allow people just to do whatever they want to do. And as a man of God, you cannot be the same way. You can't just allow your wife to be a whore and think that is okay and you forgive her because, you know, Christianity is in your heart. You know what I'm saying? That's not what God is about, man. There's a cause and effect to everything in life, right? Let's get Isaiah 5:20 real quick. Triple counsel lock outside for me. I think what I said is the reason why it's even apologizing because he apologized to Esau that night. And after party, he was jamming to Ludacris. Yeah. I was in the shock. I think you got to mute your mic. I think they're hearing the feedback. All right.
Got him.
Okay, Thawado. Yeah, and if you need to say anything, you know what I'm saying, feel free, you know, definitely unmute the mic and get down with it. All right. So yeah, man. You know, it's a whole mess, man. And like I said, this is just something that we see on TV. It's national news. We seen it. You know, people watch I don't watch the Oscars. I don't even know what's going on. But you know, millions of people watch the Oscars and they see what's happening. But what about the brother that we don't see? Or the sister that we don't see? You know what I'm saying? The one that's getting ready to do something stupid because his woman done whored on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the majority of the black men within the prison system, I can guarantee you that a high percentage of them are sitting there because they did something stupid behind a woman. You know what I'm saying? That's all what it all revolves around. Money, respect, or some broad. Those three things niggas is willing to kill, steal, and die for. You know what I'm saying? And too many of our brothers don't understand that they are the head of the household, man. And they don't have to be accepting to every wicked behavior that our sisters are doing on this earth, man. You know what I'm saying? Neither is a man that's supposed to be sleeping with another man's woman. You know what I'm saying? This is what the Lord set in order for us to practice, right? You got that for me, Warren? Somebody?
It's at 5:20.
Boca shot.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 5 and verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good.
You said what?
Woe unto them that call evil good.
The Bible is saying woe, meaning destruction unto them that call evil good. In today's society, they make the things that's evil in the eyes of God, they make it good. Right? They promote it as if it's something good. Right? A woman having multiple sexual partners, they say, well, she's sexually liberated. She's just expressing her femininity, right? She's getting familiar with who she is and familiar with her body. So what if she want to sleep with multiple men? You know what I'm saying? What the Bible is saying, you calling that evil good. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is against that. He calls that evil. A woman sleeping with a man that's outside of her marriage, man. You know what I'm saying? Or a man sleeping with another man's woman. You know what I'm saying? But today, in this society, that is something that is deemed as good. Right? Read on.
That put darkness for light and light for darkness. That put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You turn things upside down. You made things opposite or contrary to the ways of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? The Lord do not accept your behavior. Do not accept the way you living and acting on this earth and trying to follow your oppressor, man. You know what I'm saying? It has brought nothing but further destruction to our people. These brothers out here, like we mentioned, are sitting in jail because they trying to defend the honor of some whore, man. Now that is another black child that has to be raised without their father being present in the household because that one mistake that he made behind that whore. You know what I'm saying? It's a ripple effect on how it's destroying our people when we do things outside of the laws of the Most High. All the things that we puff ourselves up with on this earth is evil in the eyes of God. The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man.
That's right.
And the Lord called his lifestyle evil, man. It is not meant for us to be that way. Right? Let's drop that.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
If I'm not mistaken, wasn't a woman's hair falling out a curse from being a whore?
Okay, we gonna get there. We go. Yeah, now you're exactly right. Damn right. Let's get let me get Jeremiah 3:1 first. We
If
can
I
right
may,
in that scripture. You bet you. God. You said
sir.
Salakia in the shop?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that scripture you just read is real heavy because it's like exactly what I was saying earlier. Like the white man's laws and the way he run the earth, it could never be. We can never, you know what I mean, prosper in this earth and live in our natural state because he will never run this earth the way the Lord wants this earth to be run. Okay.
Damn
he,
right.
He makes everything that's bad good and everything that's good bad. So we can't follow him. We can't follow his lifestyle. We have to come back to our lifestyle. Okay. We have to come back to how the Lord intended us to live in the earth. And the only way we can do that is like to open this book and read and find out what he wants us to do. Okay, how he wants to live. You know what I'm saying? So that's exactly what I was saying. You know what I mean? Like we can't follow him because his way of ruling the earth and running the earth is he make everything that is bad to the Lord good, and everything that's evil to the Lord, he makes it wonderful.
Yep. God. Nah, you're exactly right, warrior. You know what I'm saying? This is what your oppressor been doing on this earth, man. You know what I'm saying? And since the beginning, this is what Eve was deceived with. You know what I'm saying? Well, guess what? We have to come back onto what the Lord needs us to do, right? You got that for me, Ward?
Jeremiah 2 and
3:1.
3:1.
Yeah, 3:1.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 3 and verse 1. They say, if a man put away his wife and she go from him and become another man's.
Become what?
And become another man's.
Meaning she slept with somebody else, right? Read on.
Shall he return unto her again?
Shall she do what?
Shall he return unto her again?
It's asking it in the question, right? Because she don't even belong to him anymore. She done broke that commitment or that oath that she made with her husband, man. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord is saying, like, by common sense, a man would not want to accept that again. Who knows what disease she's bringing back home, right? Read on.
Shall not that land be greatly polluted?
Shall what?
Shall not that land be greatly polluted?
Right, it's been polluted now. All right, you done shut up the club. Now somebody else should shut up the club. It's polluted now. You know what I'm saying? It's all type of stuff that don't belong to you that was in there. You know what I'm saying? You have polluted something that, that was sacred unto yourself. Right, go ahead.
And you know what I'm saying? What the Most High is trying to prevent amongst so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. I mean, even you wasn't even vulgar with it. You wasn't even what I'm saying. You didn't even say the word, but even saying somebody else didn't shout up the club if they don't know what that means. You know what I'm saying? That the feeling that I got in my stomach just to think about that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know why niggas get knocked. Salaki. I know why brothers get knocked off. You know what I'm saying? For doing this act. You know what I'm saying? Just the feeling, and you wasn't even vulgar with it. But so
you know what I'm saying? Because we know that's offensive to do, man. You know what I'm saying? That is a very unbrotherly act if you out there trying to sleep with another man's wife. You know what I'm saying? That is very unsisterly for you to go outside of your marriage and sleep with another man. You know what I'm saying? This is something that we forgot about on being brotherly and being sisterly. It goes with who we lay down with. It goes with who we have relationships with. Brotherhood is part of all of that. You know what I'm saying? And you as a homosexual, if you know that another man been in that woman and you want to jump behind it, you know what I'm saying? That is disgusting. You know what I'm saying? You getting all his DNA onto you. You know what I'm saying? Why? That is disgusting. You know what I'm saying? You is a homosexual if you practicing that, man. You know what I'm saying? This is not what God commanded us to do. You know what I'm saying? And the same way the Lord has put it, right? He knows as us, as a nation, we played the whore on the Most High, meaning we dealt with other nations and worshiped other gods and practiced their customs. You know what I'm saying? When we were supposed to be joined unto the Lord. And what the Lord do? Did he just say, I love you anyways? This is why we in the condition that we in right now. There was a repercussion behind it. The Lord separated it from us, and we became destroyed as a people, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, guess what? If you a woman that sleeps outside of your marriage, guess what? That man has the right to put you away. You know what I'm saying? It is his God-given right to put you away. And whatever judgment comes behind it, guess what? It won't be pleasant from the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? This is how the Lord deals with things, man. He's about justice and about judgment, right? Let's get Proverbs chapter 6, verse 24.
If I may, sir.
Go ahead.
Come on. I mean, what you hitting it, you nailing it. Like you said, the sister, if she sleeps with another man, you said, she's breaking that vow that she made with her husband, but she's also breaking the vow that she has with the Lord and keeping his law, statutes, and commandments. It's a law for her to only be with that man and that man only. Okay, so if she goes against her husband, she's going against the Lord, and that's what we got to teach our sisters. You know what I mean? Like the scriptures say. You know what I mean? Like I'm paraphrasing, but you respect your husband like as unto the Lord. You know what I mean, sir?
Mm-hmm.
So she's not just disrespecting you; she's disrespecting the Lord, sir. Salaki.
Damn right, man. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord do not tolerate disrespect. He's not all love like your pastor said. He don't just let you do what you want to do, and he gonna love you afterwards. It's not how God rolls, man. All right, you got that for me, Warren?
He said 6 and what, sir?
6 and 24.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 6 and verse 24. To keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman. Must not.
Start me at 23.
Come on.
Do what?
The book of Proverbs, chapter 6 and verse 23. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life.
Right. This is what the commandments are for us. It's the light unto us. You know what I'm saying? This is what the Lord gave us so we can live on this earth properly. Right? Read on.
To keep thee from an evil woman.
From an evil woman, meaning a whore, a prostitute, you know, a dragon, a bitch, an evil woman. Read on.
From the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman.
Of a strange woman. Guess what? You're not supposed to be dealing with women that's outside of your race as well. Dealing with white women, dealing with Chinese, African. If they don't come from the 12 tribes of Israel, you are not supposed to be dealing with them. And that's written in the commandments. Read on.
Come on. Lust not after her beauty in thine heart, neither let her take thee with her eyelids. For by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread.
He is brought to what?
A piece of bread.
What is that talking about? By the means of a whorish woman, man is brought to a piece of bread.
Crumbles nothing.
Please raise the Go ahead, sis.
Crumbles nothing.
God, the water. Get his sister ahead. He is bought just for. He just a piece of bread. He just, you know, the little bread that falls from the table. He's you know, nothing. You know what I'm saying? You lose all your substance chasing behind a whore. You know what I'm saying? And all you're going to be known for is what she can get out of you. You know what I'm saying? Because she's just a whore anyways.
God.
She wants to just get what she can get out of you and move on to the next nigga.
God.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of niggas lose themselves in doing so.
God, so they lose their value.
The what? God, they lose their value. You're exactly right. They lose their value, right? Go ahead.
And the adulteress will hunt for the precious life.
The adulteress will hunt for the precious life, right? She's a whore, right? Go ahead.
Can a man take fire in his bosom and his clothes not be burned?
Right. If you have clothes on, right, and a fire broke out on you, are your clothes going to be burned as well?
God.
It's obvious, right? All right, go ahead.
Salaki, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I want to just expound, just backtrack on that on 26.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
It says, by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread,
mm-hmm.
and the adulteress will hunt for the precious life. Remember that Instagram model that jammed the basketball player up?
Yeah, Brittany something.
Yeah, Brittany Runner.
God.
Mm-hmm. Said how the basketball players were so stupid. All you gotta do is have a baby by him,
Mm-hmm.
and then you set.
God.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. He ended up having to pay child support to that woman for like what? A crazy amount of money.
Like 20 or 30,000 a month, something like that.
Now he lost all his bread now. You know what I'm saying? All he got is crumbs for himself.
Yeah, because he was being lustful.
That's exactly what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? And that Bible commands us to avoid that type of woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I might mention, you know what I'm saying, I'll pass it right back to you. You know what I'm saying? The generals was bringing out last night as well. Like, it's written in the commandments that a priest is not even supposed to be dealing with a whore. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's what, like, the Levitical priests, they wasn't dealing with any type of woman. You know what I'm saying? They only was commanded by God to deal with a particular woman. But of course, we all messed up. We all jammed up. We coming back to our priesthood, coming back to our nation. You know what I'm saying? But in learning and doing so, we're not supposed to resort back to that or backslide into being whores or to being whoremongers or pimps. You know what I'm saying? Or being evil and adulterers and adulteress. You get what I'm saying? The Lord is commanding us how to do it the right way, so we don't lose our nation again. Because all them cats was doing that back then. Sleeping with other dudes' ribs, going broke. That's why Solomon is trying to give you game. He trying to let you know, don't do that. You gonna jam yourself up. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, also.
No, you ain't cut me off. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so heavy. It's so heavy how 23 starts out. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then just to see what happens in real life, right in front of our face, to our brothers, that's void of these commandments.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
God.
This destitute of that light, or you know what I'm saying? It just goes to show how true these words are. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn right, man. This is what we need. You know what I'm saying? This is the missing link right here.
God.
Black people, yes, we have people with money within our community. People, millionaires, all types of what we lack is morals, man. That's the main ingredient. We need morals. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord has the right set of morals or the right set of laws and rules and regulations that can help us in the condition that we're in. But we choose to ignore it because they don't provide us our fun. They don't provide us our lust. You get what I'm saying? But you know who does provide it? The white man does.
God.
America does. Right? He provides that for you. He tells you to sleep who you want to sleep with, do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? They promote it. Like we was mentioning earlier, in the music, in the entertainment, everything about our lifestyle, they push it as if it's black culture or Hispanic culture. You know what I'm saying? Real black culture and Hispanic culture is found in the Bible. And none of that adultery was accepted amongst us as a people. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Just real quick on what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? They pushing it as if it's us.
Mm-hmm.
Who's that dude? That Edomite, that damn devil on TMZ. When the sisters was twerking on the brothers' restaurant, I think. What was that? Was that like?
I think it was in Houston. I think it was in Houston. Atlanta?
I think it
Okay.
was.
So the sisters was twerking in this restaurant on the tables, and he told them to stop. Stop this. You know what I'm saying? My mama be up in here.
Right.
Like my mama be up in here. It's a family establishment. You can't be twerking on the tables in my restaurant. So that damn trifling devil from TMZ, of course, they got a hold of the footage or whatsoever, and go basically confront the brother talking about how are you going against the culture?
Mm-hmm.
Whose culture is this? When I heard that, I'm like, who the hell culture is this? Who was you talking about?
The white man.
What are you talking about the culture? I'm just, like I say, some of this stuff be blowing my mind. Man. I'm like,
being disgusting now is all right. Being disgusting is now synonymous with black culture now. A woman being a whore, well, that's just that's what black people do. A nigga sleeping with another man's wife, well, that's just what black people do. You know what I'm saying? Well, that is not true black culture. That is not the essence of black people, man. Who we really are is found in the Bible. Don't you know you descend from great men like King David, King Solomon, Yahushua? You know what I'm saying? These brothers did not play about serving the Most High. Our people knew that we had to keep the law, statute, commandments. But you had some of us that wanted to go outside of that. Look what it brought us. Look what it brought us now. You know what I'm saying? Number one in prison, number one in AIDS, because everybody want to sleep with whoever they want to sleep with. You know what I'm saying? Well, this is how you fix it. Right here, what we reading about right now. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue on.
Can a man take fire in his bosom and his clothes not be burned?
Mm-hmm.
Can one go upon hot coals and his feet not be burned?
Mm-hmm.
So he that goeth in to his neighbor's wife, whosoever touches her shall not be innocent.
Shall not be innocent. Meaning there is going to be a judgment behind what you did. There is a consequences behind it. There's an effect behind it. You know what I'm saying? The same way if you step on hot coals, your feet is going to burn. That's what you sleep with another man's wife. There's going to be a judgment behind it. You ain't going to just get away with it and just, I slept with this dude, right? Or wife and all of that. It ain't going to be like that for you. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is going to make sure he answers for the wickedness that you do. Right? Let's read on.
You want to drop that?
Yeah, it's 10 minutes left. Let's drop that. Let's get Isaiah 3 to 16.
Isaiah 3 and 16.
God.
Okay. The book of Isaiah, chapter 3 and verse 16. Moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty.
Right. The blacks, Hispanics, and indigenous women are haughty. The word haughty means proud, full of themselves. Read on.
And walk with stretched forth necks
Mm-hmm.
and wanton eyes.
Stretch forth necks. High-minded. You dig what I'm saying? They don't look to the left, to the right. They just focus tunnel vision on them being a whore or having a good time. Wanton eyes. You know what I'm saying? Always looking for things that they can lust after. You know what I'm saying? Any more?
Come.
Mm-hmm.
Walking and mincing as they go,
Mm-hmm.
and making a tinkling with their feet.
Right. Read on.
Therefore the Lord will smite with a scab.
He would do what?
Smite with a scab.
Mm-hmm.
The crown of the head of the daughters of Zion.
So what is this talking about? Because our sisters are so proud and have become whores in America, guess what? Now there's a repercussion behind it. God is not applauding your behavior. He's not saying, go girl, do your thing. He's not doing that. He wants you to stop it. So he's got repercussions. So what is that talking? What's the repercussion we just read? Go ahead.
That's a lot, yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
It's what's making what is those Asian women?
Asian women rich?
Yeah,
God.
making the hair industry rich.
Damn
All
right.
those lace fronts.
God. That's exactly.
Lace fronts.
God.
You know what I'm saying? Stand them lace fronts. Ban them damn lace fronts.
God. And that's how you know that this is only talking about but one people, man. This what we reading about, this curse right here, what we reading about, only fits one people. You know what I'm saying? The white woman ain't, I mean, she does wear wigs and extensions and all that, but she ain't doing it at extent as the black woman is. No other nation is doing that at extent as the black woman is. You know what I'm saying? And that is the result of your behavior, right? Everybody talking about alopecia. Most Negroes didn't know what the hell alopecia was until what happened with Will and Chris Rock. You know what I'm saying? It's not a life-threatening disease. They make it seem like this broad had cancer or something. Her hair is falling off her head. You know what I'm saying? It's not life-threatening. It's falling off her head because she's haughty. She's a whore because she's proud. You dig what I'm saying? And she's in full health. She's not dying because of it. But the Lord done took her pride away from her. Because think about it. Women pride themselves on their hair. That's why they buy those extensions and those lace fronts and all that stuff.
God.
As they should, because that's part of their femininity. They should go look in that mirror and brush their hair and feel good about themselves. But because they pride themselves so much, the Lord took their pride away from them by giving them alopecia, by balding their head, taking their edges away from them. You know what I'm saying? Well, guess what? If you want your edges back, if you want your hair to grow, learn not to be a hoe. You know what I'm saying? Serve the Most High and shut your goddamn mouth. And guess what? Your hair will grow back. Your edges will grow. Go ahead.
Don't be a hoe, and your hair will grow.
Hey, I like that. I like that slogan. Don't be.
That's all I have to say.
Don't be a hoe and your hair will grow. Officer Kazak says, Salaki, I'll chill on the lace front. Listen, Officer Kazak, he'll get you right now. Listen, you know what I'm saying? Listen, we got, you know what I'm saying? He'll get you right. You know what I'm saying? If you sisters ever need something, you know what I'm saying? We got that provided for you. But what we're saying is the reason why you don't have it and you have to go to Officer Kazak is because you don't know how to shut your mouth. You get what I'm saying? Shut your mouth and your hair will grow, right? For time's sake, let's drop that and let's get 1 Corinthians chapter 6, and this will be the last verse. right? If you read throughout the Isaiah one, man, it tells you everything that our woman prides ourselves on. You know what I'm saying? And this is why we have this mess going on and it's being talked about, man. It's been 2 days already, and this is all you see on the internet. Will Smith smacking Chris Rock. Will Smith this. Jada Pinkett this. Will Smith that. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. We hear about it so much, and we don't have no answers to it. We have no clue on who's right and who's wrong. Well, the God of this Bible just told you who was right and who was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Jada Pinkett Smith is wrong, and Will Smith is wrong. You know what I'm saying? And listen, Chris Rock is wrong too for not retaliating. That's the only wrong part he did. Go ahead.
He should have been a Hebrew captain.
Yeah, he should have ducked a arm blockers. You know what I'm saying? This inside blockers, he should have done something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would not listen. You know what I'm saying?
First thing I thought.
You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett are in the wrong, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they're living a whorish and adulterous lifestyle, right? You got that for me real quick?
What was that again?
1 Corinthians 6 and 9. Mm-hmm.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 9. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God.
Right, the kingdom of God, which is what? Which is, go ahead.
Blacks, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians in rulership.
That's
the children of God in rulership.
That's exactly what it is. Right here on earth. When Christ returned, he's going to establish the authority of blacks, his authority and of blacks, Hispanics, and indigenous people on this earth. You know what I'm saying? With the laws of the Most High. And nobody that's unrighteous or breaking the law, statute, commandments will be able to inherit the kingdom of God or get access or live with Christ. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in church is talking about wanting to go to heaven, aren't they not? You know what I'm saying? All them sisters in that church that being filled with black women, you know what I'm saying, thinking that because they go there every Sunday that they're going to go to heaven. Because they listen to pastor that they're going to go to heaven. Meanwhile, they go home and be a monster to their husband or they sleeping with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is not going to accept you if you live in an unrighteous lifestyle, right? Let's read on.
Come. Be not deceived,
Mm-hmm.
neither fornicators.
What is fornicators? Go ahead.
Unlawful sex.
Exactly that, right? Read on.
Nor idolaters.
What is that?
Mm-hmm. Like followers of like false gods.
Right. God, you're exactly right. False gods. And many of our sisters are doing that with that zodiac bullcrap. Or crystals or collecting rocks and tarot cards and all that crap. You know what I'm saying? These are idols in the eyes of the Most High, man. And you're not going to be safe when Christ returns on this earth, right? Read on.
Nor adulterers.
Nor what?
Nor adulterers.
Nor what?
Nor adulterers.
No adulterers, man. And no matter how charming or kind you think Will Smith is, or August is, or Jada Pinkett Smith is, or being liberal and so expressive, guess what? Their lifestyle is not acceptable in the eyes of the Most High. And if you're doing the same thing, neither is your lifestyle acceptable. Right? Read on.
Nor effeminate.
Nor what?
Nor effeminate.
Guess who's that talking about? That's talking about you suckers who's out there harming other brothers behind some whore. Because you are just effeminate, man. You know what I'm saying? Will Smith is effeminate for taking advantage of Chris Rock, knowing that he's the weaker link. You know what I'm saying? He's the bully now. Will Smith is the bully now. You know what I'm saying? You want to harm this brother who's twice smaller than you. You know what I'm saying? And you want to harm him. You're just effeminate, brother. But yet you didn't have nothing to say to your wife when she embarrassed you on the red talk table. It said that your sex game was weak. You know what I'm saying? Embarrassed you. And you just laughed it off and said good marriage, bad boys for life, some bull crap like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you're just effeminate. Well, guess what? An effeminate man will not be accepted in the kingdom of God. Christ is not looking for no soft men. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be a soft effeminate to serve God. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is a man of war. And those that serve him are the same way. Right? Read on.
Nor abusers of themselves with mankind.
Right, a homosexual also. So it differentiates from a effeminate man and a homosexual man, because there is a difference between the two, right? Homosexuality is the act of a man sleeping with another man or a woman sleeping with another woman. Well, guess what? If your behavior is contrary to the spirit what the Lord has put in place, and you being masculine, and you exercise feminine traits, guess what? That is not even acceptable in the eyes of the Most High. And you don't even have to ever sleep with a man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is calling black men to be strong again and to get these sisters right. Get your family in order. You know what I'm saying? And with that, we're going to end the class, man. The water, everybody come through. Big up Officer the Shot, man. Officer Rayala. You know what I'm saying? Helping me out. Trooper Kanat was on as well. Cap will be on tomorrow, or Austin the Shot will be on tomorrow, y'all. So shalom, Israel.